Today I'm sharing a makeup routine that is specific to summer. It's just those pretty colors, the colors I'm wearing today. It's very natural looking. It's the kind of look I would use to go out. Stay with me. Hello ladies, welcome to today's video. I'm so glad you joined me. You know, I don't do beauty videos very often, and it's with fear and trepidation because this is just not my comfort zone. But I do want to show you a summer makeup routine. It's pretty simple, and I'm going to give you a few pointers as I go, just talking about the products that I'm using this summer. Today's video is sponsored by City Beauty. It is a beauty brand that I have fallen in love with recently. I've been using some of their products for a couple of months now, and I've really grown to appreciate them. City Beauty is a luxury skincare brand passionate about developing products that use clean, research-driven ingredients to target those specific skin aging concerns. So they are really right up our alley. As a Leaping Bunny and PETA certified brand, they proudly offer 100% cruelty-free beauty to their customers, and it's all while using some of the best clean, research-based ingredients in the world. Their products contain zero parabens, sulfates, phthalates, harsh fillers, or animal-tested ingredients. But I'm telling you what, they get stunning results that you absolutely can see and can feel. They target things like wrinkles and fine lines, dark spots and hyperpigmentation, that sagging skin, dehydrated skin, dark circles and crow's feet, and thinning lips. That list just kind of depresses me, but that's the reality of being over 50, isn't it? We have all experienced those things. Like, nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you about these things. But City Beauty has created products that really do address these issues, and I love the way they do it. The main reason I decided to produce this video today, sponsored by City Beauty, was because shortly after I started using their City Lips Lip Plumper, I began to get so many questions about my lip color. And I knew it wasn't the lip color because I was wearing the same lip color I've been using for actually years. It was the City Lip Plumper. So I can't wait to share that with you, and I'm going to tell you all about their products. They have given me a code, and if you will shop through my link and use code K35, they are giving you an amazing 35% off of their products, but just for a limited time. After I think it's 2 weeks, that's going to turn into a 15% discount. I always get a 15% discount, so be sure to shop through my links for City Beauty, even when you go back for your second and third ones. But right now, for just 2 weeks, you'll get 35% off. So I'm really grateful to City Beauty for sponsoring today's video. I am using some other products, so too. I'm going to show you everything I'm using right now for our summer beauty routine. Okay, so let's get going. Let me pull my hair out of my way. So this isn't going to look all that attractive, but I want you to be able to see everything I'm doing. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is apply a product by City Beauty that is their line blurring wrinkle filler. And this helps address just those fine lines and wrinkles, and I've only used this a few times, but I've really liked the results. It's like a little, you push this little thing and the product comes up. Probably don't need much, and I have been applying it a little bit like around my mouth. I've already done that today though, so it kind of cheated just to kind of practice a little bit. And I'm going to apply some though right here at the little crow's feet. I don't have those real bad, I guess more like little smile lines. And then you take your ring finger and just kind of dab that in, and this just is going to help smooth and blur those visible wrinkles there. It's just going to help that look a little bit, I think it kind of plumps up your skin there and fills in those wrinkles. And this is one of those things you have to let dry a little bit before you apply any foundation or anything. So you want to do this kind of early on. Now, the wrinkles between my eyebrows right here, those little frown lines, they're probably a little too deep for this product, but I'm going to try it anyhow and just see how that works. So that is a City Beauty product. And don't forget, if you look these up, I'm going to give you a link to their website. Use my code K35 for that 35% off discount just for 2 weeks, and that's going to change to 15% off. The next one I have is the lid lifting treatment, and I've been using this instead of my eye primer. So I've already put on an eye cream, but this is also a very kind of a liquid type thing. Just a little bit goes a long way. So I'm using it like that little bit, probably for both eyes. I'm gonna dab on a little bit on each lid, and then I'm just gonna kind of pat it in. I'm not really gonna, you know, smooth it as much as I'm going to pat it. And once again, that's all got to dry. So that's why I want to do that fairly early. And some of these are even things that I would do before, you know, like maybe before I brush my teeth, before I get dressed and things like that. And I also tend to do my makeup before I dry my hair. So some of these are things I would do, and then I would dry my hair a little bit. Now, the next product I'm going to use is another one of those that we need to use ahead of time. And this is an Illuminating Dark Spot Corrector. I just love how City Beauty addresses all of these problems, the little problem areas that we have as we start aging. And of course, dark spots is one of them. But honestly, like my dark spots have like begun to disappear. Like I have one really bad one right here, but this product really helps. Now, again, it's a little pump, and I'm just applying that little amount on my whole, like on the places I'm putting it on my face. So I'm just putting it right where the dark spots are, and then kind of rubbing it in. Any place where there's some little freckling or some redness, which I have at the ends of my nose and on the top of the bridge of my nose. So just any places where you might have some of those dark spots. And then I always take the leftover product and apply it on the back of my hand. So I have a little bit left over there because we always get some of those dark spots on the back of our hand. And so I've just been applying it there. And anytime you have leftover skincare treatment, really anything, I just put it on the back of my hand. That really helps. Now, the next thing I've been using is this City Lash. And what it does is it's going to help my sparse eyelashes. And it really has helped. I have found that when I use a product like this, that it really does help promote growth. It makes those fine lashes a little fuller, and it helps them to not fall out so badly. So you really apply this just right there on the edge of where your eyelashes are, right there at your edge of your lid, and then just kind of even work it in there with that little brush. It kind of tickles. And then, of course, you're going to need to let that dry before you apply other things. So that's why I want to go ahead and get that done. So because I like to do my eye makeup first, so I'm letting all those things set, that the lifting product that I put on as a primer, and then that eyelash serum. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get my lips ready. I did not used to do this, but this City Lips Lip Plumper is the most amazing product, and it is really the first thing I used from City Lips, from City Beauty, and I absolutely love it. Can you see that? It has a little doe foot applicator, and I apply this to my lips at this point in my makeup routine. Now go ahead and get that in. And the reason you do this is because this is going to plump up your lips. But you know what the crazy thing is? It does not just plump my lips up. It also has made them healthier. Like, it has really minimized the lines, the fine lines around my lips. And it's also just made them less chapped. Like, my lips are not chapped, and they usually almost always are, like year round. So this is great. Now it comes in other colors, but I really like just this. I guess this is probably the original, and it's clear. And so you use this as a base, and you really do want to let this dry for several minutes before you apply your lipstick. So I go ahead and do this now in my beauty routine. Now, what I'm doing today is all things that I would do probably if I were going to church or out to lunch. This is kind of like my normal going out somewhere beauty routine. This is not like a bare minimal like I would wear if I went hiking or a picnic, but this is more like if I'm going somewhere and I want to look pretty nice. Now, the next thing I'm using actually is their City Beauty's Skin Perfecting Daily Veil. This works as both a UVA protector, so a sunscreen protector. It has a 39 SPF of 39. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that because I do want this to dry a little bit too before I do my foundation. Now, I've already applied my, you want to put a good little bit of sun protector on. This goes on with just the faintest bit of a white to it, but you're going to rub it in so well that that's going to go away. Plus, you're going to give it some time to dry. You want this all over your skin. I use a different sunscreen on my neck because, I don't want it to have this white glow. This is going to go under makeup. But what I like about this product, and I really mainly use this City Beauty Skin Veil, is that what it's called? Skin Perfecting Daily Veil, when I am going to be using foundation. So if I'm not going to wear a foundation on a day, but I still want to have some skin protection, then I use a tinted sunscreen. But when I'm going to be putting on foundation, then I go ahead and I use this City Veil because it also works as a primer. Like, it is made, you do it after your moisturizer, but before your makeup, okay? And it really makes your skin so soft. It just smooths out everything. And it really does help prime your skin for your foundation, as well as giving you that SPF protection. So I love that product. Great product. All right, so now I think my eyes are probably dry enough. The product on my eyes are dry enough so I could go ahead and do my eyeshadow. So today I am using, for the first time ever, like I've never even practiced this, I am using a Tartelette Tease palette, and it's a new one that I just got. Let me show it over here. Can you see that? And it's got some really pretty colors, mostly matte and a little bit of shimmer in there. And I'm going to use really just these lightest shades for a very kind of a natural, glowy summertime look. So the first thing I do is I use kind of a little paddle brush. Let me show you that. It's just a little paddle brush. And so it's kind of flat, but also full. And I am going to use this lightest shade here. And I'm going to use that all over my eyelids. So here I go. Okay, so now that I have all that on, all over my eyelids, now I'm going to go in with just a smaller little crease brush. I'll show you that. See how it's just kind of a small crease brush. And then I'm going to go really to just this next light shade here. So I'm really not doing a lot of depth at this point still. And here I'm going to come out on the outer third of my eye, not all the way to the top of my brow, but kind of in the crease and out and kind of lifting and making a little bit of an angle here. Let's see if I can do that where you can see. Okay, now I know that probably looks very like just kind of stark and weird, but I'm going to blend in just a minute now. But before I blend, I'm going to use that same brush and I'm going to go get this darker shade over here. Let's see. This one, this darker shade. Okay, and I'm going to get just a little bit of that on my brush and tap it off. And then I'm going to go just a little bit and kind of lift a little lift at the ends of my eyes there. See if I can do that. Okay, now once again, that all looks very stark and drastic, but I'm gonna blend. And when I blend, that's to me when the magic really starts to happen. So I have a nice big fluffy blending brush here, real nice and fluffy. And it should not pick up, it shouldn't pick up any product. It should just blend it really nicely. So let's do the blending. So when I blend, I kind of try to blend at the lighter part to the darker part so that I don't, just look like mud at the end. But the point is to have everything really blended, but I always like that little bit of a lift on the outer edges of my eyes, and I'm gonna create more of that once I apply my foundation too. So that's that, and then I'm ready now for my mascara. I don't do any eyeliner. I know sometimes I look like I have on eyeliner, but I generally do not. It's just that my eyes are so light that I think what happens is it makes mascara just makes it look like I have on eyeliner. So this is the City Beauty Beyond Mascara, and let me show you this. And I've really been pleased with it also. It's supposed to be really gentle on your eyelashes and really help to make them look a little bit fuller, a little bit longer. And I just think they're supposed to be gentle on your eyelashes, and it's a really good formula. Remember, City Beauty's products are all natural, and they're not tested on animals or anything. They use good natural products. So I've really been pleased with this, and I'm very picky about my mascara. I find that one wandful is enough for several layers on both eyes. So I usually do about 3 layers, just kind of back and forth, back and forth. And really, I love the way this goes on. It's kind of nice and wet, and it's not, so it doesn't get all gloopy or crumbly, and that's really important to me. The next thing I do is my eyebrows are not done yet. I always feel like I look ghastly until I have eyebrows. But the next thing I usually do is my concealer. And I've been using the Tarte Double Duty, Ultra Creamy Concealer. And really liking this product. This is the Tarte Tape Shape concealer, under eye concealer, but it's the ultra creamy formulation. And they have lots and lots of formulas that you can choose from. Colors, shades. I apply a little bit out there and a little bit in here. And then if you've watched any of my videos before, or you have been at the blog, you know that I really believe in the Beauty Blender. And so I have the small Beauty Blender for that I use under here. So I don't even touch that with my fingers. I just go in with the little teeny Beauty Blender, and I just try to kind of mostly bounce. I do kind of move it into place a little bit, but very gently, trying to get it right up under my lashes. And you also probably notice I didn't put any mascara on my bottom lashes. That's kind of a tip that heard from some other more really skilled beauty YouTubers, and as we get older that we just don't need that mascara on the bottom. Now, I have very fine lashes, so sometimes I do apply some mascara on the bottom, but for summer, when I'm really trying to keep things kind of light, I think I'm going to do without the mascara on the bottom. Just really get that lift with the mascara on the upper lashes. So I'll move that, and do you see how, so what I've done is I created a little bit of lift by applying that concealer up into a lift on the edge of my eyes. Let me show you there. So you can see, so that my eyeshadow is lifting on the edges of my eyes. So I've got that in good. The next thing then, of course, I've already remember I've got my primer on with my with that sunscreen. So now I can apply my foundation. This is another Tarte product, and it is their Found Sealer, their Babassu, I think it is, Found Sealer. And it's supposed to be kind of a multi-product. It's really skincare in your foundation. So it goes on nice and creamy. I really like it. So for today, I'm going to use a brush to apply it. This is just a foundation brush because I'm trying to keep my hands kind of clean. And so I usually use about 1.5 pumps of this. It just goes on nice and creamy, and I'm just going to kind of dab a little bit in the key areas of my face, and then start brushing that in. Things I've heard about applying foundation is to go just a little bit down in your neck, and I'm going to blend that in with the Beauty Blender, and then also to go a little bit out onto your ears, and then kind of blend that in with the Beauty Blender. And remember, I'm going to blend everything in really good as far as my hairline, and so I really just want to get the product all over my face nice and even. And I love the way this Tarte Found Sealer, I think it's called, just really is nice and creamy. So now I have my nice big plump Beauty Blender. You completely wet this thing, and then you wring it out really good, squish it out, get all the moisture out, and then you put it in a towel and really towel dry it really well, and then it's ready to use. And really all you're supposed to do is just bounce, bounce, bounce. Now some people apply their makeup with it, but I really like it just for blending in the product. Okay, so that I've bounced all over. I think I've got it pretty good and blended in. I'm loving the way this is looking. It's looking great. Next thing I do is I take my eyeshadow blending brush again, and I'm going to blend that eyeshadow, because now that I've got my foundation on, it's kind of got that little edges again. So now I'm going to take that and really blend it out. I remember a makeup artist telling me that most women stop their eyeshadow too close in, and especially as we get older, we kind of want that eyeshadow to go all the way out to the edge of wherever your eyebrows are going to end. So, just go ahead and blend that back out again. Make sure it's blended really nicely. And the next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, and that is so important. Eyebrows are so important, and they're so hard. Don't you? I just had the hardest time with my eyebrows. As you can see, I hardly have any. And so I really do have to kind of work on them, and every day they turn out differently. I wear these ugly little reading glasses to put them on. They're just some old ones. They're actually even broken, but they're just what I use. So the first thing I generally do, though, is take a little, a spoolie brush, and I brush them into place. If I remember, I do that even before this, just so that as I put on moisturizer and stuff like that. Everything is, at least my eyebrows are kind of going in the right direction. And then I take this little brow brush like this, and I'm going to use the Anastasia, get the lid and so you can see the lid, the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. And I use the color taupe. I'm not sure this is really the best color for me. I may be changing it soon, but it's what I have, and I'm going to keep using it because there's a lot of it. I paid money for it, so I'm going to use it. So my left brow is easier to do for some reason than my right. So sometimes I start with the left. That was what a makeup artist told me, was start with the one that is the easiest for you so that you can get that one done right. And then that will kind of give you a guide for the other one, and it gives you a little confidence as you do the other one too. So that's kind of how I do it. And I like to make sure that the arch is out towards the last third of my eye instead of you don't want the arch in the middle of your eye, because then you look surprised all the time. You don't want that. So let me pull my hair back again here. Get it out of my face. So you just want to shape them the best you can, you know. It's just, boy, as we get older, these are the things that get hard. I'm going to go back in with my spoolie and just kind of shape them up a little bit. Have you noticed that gray brows just don't hold pigment, don't hold the coloring like this? They don't hold this the way others do. It's just so frustrating. So you know what? Doing my brows is just not a perfect science. Then I go in with the Anastasia, this like a finishing product for your brows. It's like a gel that you put on with the spoolie, and I think it helps keep things in place. Plus it allows you to really, you know, fluff up the brows a little bit if you have any. I don't really have much, but I just feel like it keeps things in place. And during the summer, we need things that keep things in place, right? So that's also why the next thing I do is, I'm gonna just kind of do this again first. I use some setting powder during the summer. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and it's already got a little bit fluffed in here. So I'm just using a really big fluffy powder brush. I go on here, tap out a little bit, and then I just kind of dab it on and then, you know, fluff it on my face. Because I've just found that especially during the summer, when it's so, you know, it's humid and everything, and I tend to sweat a little bit more, glisten a little bit more, that I need a little powder. And it still, I think with this foundation, it still has that dewy look. It doesn't look all matte, I don't think. I think it still looks kind of dewy and fresh, but I feel like it's set a little bit better. Now I'm going to use my blush, and I'm using the NARS Amour is what it's called, NARS Amour, and it's a nice pretty pink color that I just got the other day, and I think I'm really excited about it. I haven't used it yet, so we're going to see what it looks like. I'm going to put some on there and tap it off. I have a feeling it's going to go on pretty pigmented. A lot of the NARS blushes do. So I want to keep my blush kind of high up on my cheekbone. I'm not doing any kind of contouring or anything like that for this little summer look, just keeping it pretty simple. So just some blush at the top of those cheekbones. And then I have been taking a little bit of blush and just putting a little bit of color up here on my forehead. Although I have bangs, they're going to cover it, but a little bit on my nose. Those places where you normally get sun, that's where I've been putting a little color. So And I kind of like that. I've heard that what you want to do as we're older about applying makeup is where you had color as a youth, that's where you need some more color, right? So I think that's it except for my lip color. Now, can you already tell that my lips are a little plumper? I really think they are. I bought the Lancome Vintage Ruby, and it is really a very pretty color, but it's a little warm for me for right now. I really want kind of a pinky look. My nails are pink. And so I am going with my old standby Lancome's. It's the Peut-être. I'm probably butchering the French there, but it's a beautiful pinky rose color that I've used for years, and I just love it. So I just apply it over the City Lips Lip Plumper. And I have been getting so many compliments on my lipstick lately, but I know it's not the lipstick. It is this City Lips Lip Plumper, because it's making every lipstick I wear look great. It's making my lips look fuller. And did you know when you wear lipstick and when your lips are looking fuller, then it makes your eyes shinier too. So I think that is everything. Let me pull my hair back down and give it a little comb here and see what we got. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you are too. So I know it may have looked like I used a lot of products, but remember a lot of those were specialized products that I used from City Beauty. The wrinkle smoother, the dark spot illuminator, and the different things like that. Of course, the City Lips Plumper. So those are all like little special things that you wouldn't necessarily want to use all of them unless you just want to. I don't mind. Those are the kinds of things I apply, like as I'm getting dressed, as I'm putting on some deodorant, some lotion on my body, I do those things. Those don't really seem like a part of the makeup routine at all. I didn't use that many products, and I think it's kind of a nice natural look for the summer, and it feels good. If you do need something to really set everything, then I like this Urban Decay All Nighter product, and you do want to shake it real good, and then you can just give your face a few little sprays like that. And you can do a little under here. And to me, the only thing about it is it does give you a little bit more of that dewy look, that wet look, but then it does keep your makeup in place, especially as the day goes on, like if it's humid outside and all. And I really do find that it really helps your makeup to stay nice and fresh throughout the day and into the evening. I guess that's why it's called All Nighter. So remember, links are down below for everything, especially though those City Beauty products that you have that 35% off discount for right now with the code K35. Later that turns into just a 15% off. So be sure to take advantage of it now, especially those City Lips, because that is just the best product. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies, and I hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to do that.